No way, I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Please wait! Handsome gentleman, beautiful miss. By the glorious light of beauty!
Are you...
Hear ye! The rosy glow of the beauty has rendered you speechless. Upon hearing of the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Fortunately, the mini-rabbit mech pilot, stray cat duelist, galactic ninja, and quad-drive Intellitron, along with 32 other souls in distress, all emerged from their predicaments safe and sound. I do not deserve such praise. Okay, let's get back to business. Though upon arrival I was once mistaken for a towering silver-armored fugitive with fiery red flames due to my lack of eloquence. What matters is that I now stand before you. If I am fortunate enough to emerge victorious, Idrilla, the... Dear friends, please ready yourselves for this trial set forth by the beauty. The flesh wound.
Rules are made to be broken.
The try hard son. Watch this awesome move.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might. Rise to the challenge.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens. An unknown perception.
The flesh wound.
Let's begin. Stand down.
Rise to the challenge.
Try that again.
Let's rise to
Let's
the
go.
challenge.
You won't get away.
Time for some hardship.
My turn.
Rise to the
The try
challenge.
hard son. Watch this awesome move.
I have something for you.
Behold, the symbol of purity.
Leave it to me.
Rules are made to be broken.
Your convictions, my friends are indeed on fire. It's a pity.
Nothing of the weight.
The laurels of victory belong to a thriller. Let the duel commence.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, an unlimited perception.
Rise to the challenge. Confess.
Go away.
Put forth all your might.
Try that again.
Let's make it quick.
You won't get away.
Flesh. Rise
My
to the
turn.
challenge.
You.
Time for an overhaul.
You can't run.
Rise. Put forth all your might. Just a scratch.
Try that again. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
Let's begin. Stand down.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Behold, this symbol of pure fighting a gentleman. Rise to the challenge.
You won't get away.
Rise to the challenge.
You're made to be broken.
That's enough. I have come to grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield. Beautiful! Truly a captivating contest. Go forth, my dear friend. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent.
Go forth. The champion stage belongs to the both of you.
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars of this year's Charmony Festival. I, on behalf of the organizers, extend my sincere congratulations to you. As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved into the truth about Penacony and its Stellaron. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of Through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, a dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
That's not the point.
Mr. Sunday,
even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron, now's not exactly the time to be holding an extensive discourse about Penacony's past and future, is it? The Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of everyone on Penacony. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with.
Navin, let's talk about our tribulations and choices and our final course of action.
You mean to say that for the longest time, there have been scoundrels who would use the Charmity Festival?
Indeed, Dream Master.
This is indeed surprising to me. Do you have any suspect?
I'd like to ask, if I have offended, the Astral Express extends its sincere apologies.
Dream Master. It's just to prove that the Charmony Festival has nothing to do with the Stellaron.
Sunday, Robin, the magnitude of this matter is enormous and cannot be taken lightly. Sunday, might I ask you to beseech them to cast their light unto me?
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to proclaim my innocence?
I will do as you command.
May thy will be carried out on earth.
Oh, triple-faced soul.
Let us begin.
Understood? Question. Have you devoted your life to your god?
Naturally.
Do you love your god as you do yourself?
Naturally.
Have you strayed from the path expected by your god?
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate with your asks of your god?
Never.
Then, a fun. Do you swear to fulfill all vows?
With the Eon as my witness, if I do not deliver on my words,
They have seen your faith.
Just a moment.
What?
I have another question. To my understanding, the family's harmony and prosperity have never relied on so-called divine law, the god you both mentioned.
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, and were such a delicate and
Perfectly harmonized. Therein lies the problem. It isn't an outsider lurking in the shadows who changed the harmony. In the distant past, there existed an Eon. With one flick of the wrist, they crafted the laws of the cosmos. Later, they fell. The route traversed by this Eon clashed with the harmony. Though an Eon may perish, paths with no masters still linger.
Mr. Yang being overly astute can be a detriment.
So this is how it is.
For the sake of our grand cause, Sunday, please afford these two an opportunity to rest.
What?
Sorry, Robin. It's just you.
So, this is...
We were never children of the harmony. Our ideal paradise could not have been crafted by Shipe. Within the foundation of law and through harmony, we obtain order.
Unbelievable.
What have you done with Mr. Yang and Miss Robin?
Don't worry.
You should know that these actions make you an enemy of the Astral Express.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, your efforts for the justice of Penacony are evident to everyone and have been widely observed. Smart kid.
If it is the order that drove you to imprison Welt and Robin, and you're using them to coerce our compliance, then there'll be no point in entertaining any type of discussion.
You're mistaken, Miss Himiko. They are in very safe hands. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much innocent bloodshed. Natural selection.
So you've decided to resurrect a dead Eon?
If Miss Himiko is interested, let's draw back the veil and speak candidly. I'm willing to divulge the unembellished truth as to the intentions of the Order's Pathstriders. So, come with me, Everett.
Huh?
Welcome.
Did you do the same to Welt?
It's a tuning process. Stronger in effect and more draining on the mind. Tuning allows you to intuitively grasp my feelings. Now, everyone, please look at the huge screen. From this point on, you will witness the numerous decisions I've faced, I believe, after going through similar predicaments. Let's begin. This story happened when Robin and I were very young later on. Robin and I lived a time with nary a care in the world. That baby bird was tiny. We decided to build a nest for it right there and then. It was clear that if we left the fledgling in the yard, it stood no chance of surviving until spring. We decided that when it regained its strength enough to spread its wings, we would release it back into the wild. Its destiny was determined by our momentary whim. Now, I pass the power of choice to you all. Stick to the original plan and build a nest with soft net where the Charmony dove fell, or build a cage for it and feed it, giving it the utmost care from within the warmth of a home. I eagerly await your answer.
That guy just casually throws this kind of question at us? If it were me, I guess I'd choose to build a cage for the little Charmony dove. After all, leaving it there, it's bound to get hurt by wild animals or something.
It looks like he really has no intention of imprisoning us. Back to the question. I would personally choose to build the little Charmony dove a cage. No special reason.
I can't decipher his intentions right now. Even if I was gonna release it back into the sky, it'd have to be strong enough to fly first.
Interesting. From what I've observed, there are at least 3 predators in that yard that prey on small, even if they shy away from humans. As for the choice you made, I am deeply sorry. This story happened when I was appointed as Bronze Melodia. It was during that period that I had the opportunity to hear voices from all corners of the dreamscape. He was a dream chaser and an illegal stowaway. He told me he had a plan in place. After hearing the Dream Chaser's story, I immediately appealed to the Bloodhound family to cease their pursuit. I'll tell you the outcome soon. Will you do as I did and try to convince the Bloodhound family to stop their pursuit so that the Dream Chaser may live peacefully and realize his wishes? Or will you remain silent, leaving him to languish while the hounds are hot on his heels until his inevitable judgment arrives? I look forward to everyone's decisions.
It seems illegal stowaways are really quite common on Penacone. He sold his kids to chase it. With that thought, there's only one choice.
A dream chaser story. But what cruel repercussion would this choice result in?
This question, I'd probably choose to ask the Bloodhounds to cease their pursuit.
I'm honored to witness you arriving at the same decision. First, the outcome. He attained major success. Now then, did he realize the wish he set out to achieve? He told me the reason he was in this predicament was because he conspired to usurp the head of the Alfalfa family. In the end, my heart aligned with the Harmony, and the good deed I dared to undertake held no value. As to your choice and the story this time, this story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family head. What surprised me was that the Dream Master had only come to deliver a letter to me. The letter contained the usual pleasantries, anecdotes from her travels.
Do you know who wrote this letter?
My sister, of course.
To help you grasp the full scope of this issue.
From what the letter indicates, she must be in Caspelina 8, correct?
Correct.
A stray bullet.
A war has broken out on that planet. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with song.
Is she all right?
If the operation was successful, she should probably be recovering in the field hospital. By the eon above, the bullet struck her neck directly.
Those damned savages! Now you understand why she always wears such elaborate neck ornaments, don't you?
How could this happen?
It's all in the past, so please don't worry. Likewise, I've prepared one last question. One last choice. Because this is merely a figment of imagination. Would you still support Robin's journey on the path of harmony?
I can't believe that happened to Miss Robin.
I often feel like I've dreamt of similar scenes on certain nights. Their confusion and fear are lucid to me. If Mr. Sunday's question leaves you puzzled, you should find the answer from your own experience with each trailblaze.
Miss Robin's courage is admirable, but the fact that she is also Mr. Sunday's younger sister?
I am now aware of everyone's stances. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the Harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream paradise can only be established through the order where the strong govern the weak. I know the suffering of being tormented, the turmoil of losing your way, how sorrow and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but
So what is your definition of living a happy life?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion. When one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these individual cages culminate to form a prison. Nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer. Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. From where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite procession of Sundays. And thus, every person can return to their base selves in this utopia. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome.
It sounds...
But
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone.
awakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality.
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words, it is an escape.
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. Don't you agree, Miss Firefly? But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this.
I admit that you are a born leader. Your perspective on humanity brims with pessimism. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making choices for themselves is their birthright. The want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they are weak or not, perhaps in your mind, you also view me as weak? Because I don't think so.
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also naturally give you our answer. We'll leave it to you, just as Mr. McHale instructed before.
What is this place?
Does this place ring any bells, Misha? It's the realm within a dream bubble. Dr. Edward from the Dreamscape sales store told me that dreams are formed from memory, so I thought you might be able to help us in unraveling this mystery. I'm counting on you then.
Himeko,
I wasn't sure. It was just a hunch. Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death. The question now is, we're drawing closer to the truth once more.
all right, but there are doors all over the place.
I guess... I'm not entirely sure, but let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed to choose the right door on your first try?
Weird. If I remember correctly, there should be a fireplace down that hallway, and the room on the other side was the toy room. Oh, hold on.
This could be a case of amnesia. Since this place seems familiar to you, why don't we explore a few more rooms and see if you can recall anything?
Yeah. Tick-tock. Tick-tock. I heard some noises from the room.
You and Origami Bird are friends?
Yeah, they follow Miss Mirror's orders and handle all sorts of jobs on the
Sailor.
Could you tell us more about the compass?
The compass is a ship bound for the new world.
That's a great story.
Huh? Weird.
Perhaps Clocky has a hidden past.
So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville? Very important.
Mikhail, so who is he talking to?
I'm sorry,
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail?
Grandpa?
But we haven't heard anything about the watchmaker having descendants. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He didn't want me to call him Grandpa because that would make him sound old. Every time he came back, he'd share his logbook with me and tell me about his adventures at sea.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing to do with the watchmaker. So where is your grandpa now?
He went off on a new journey. I think I hear the sound of water.
You once mentioned there's a magnificent fountain up ahead. Look, there it is!
The water resembles a precious jewel, embedded in the dreams of all seafarers. Every time I gaze at the shimmering lights beneath the waves.
Have you recalled anything, Misha?
Yeah, he often said that those moments felt like returning to his family's side.
Hey, don't...
Perhaps every adventurer far from home carries a fountain within their soul.
Yeah, while Grandpa was at home, we would stand by the fountain and place the compass back then. I would ask him when I could go on adventures like him.
It seems this Mikhail is truly a seafarer and has nothing to do with the watchmaker.
Yeah.
But this raises more question. Could this be some sort of metaphor?
I'm sorry. Perhaps I'll remember more things if we go further.
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No, we should turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. I remember this corridor. I want to go too. Up ahead is Grandpa's study. It was in that room. And I saw him.
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky!
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that sea?
Yeah. He described our world as a fountain to ensure that everyone had land to settle on. On that day, he called me to his study. I asked him if I could go with him.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of... He said that...
A train?
It's the Astral Express. Then, he gave his pocket watch to me. He said, as long as I kept moving forward, I'd eventually reach my desired destination. The distant sound of a train whistle.
Exactly, Misha!
Yeah.
This is the dream jigsaw, right?
Do you remember?
Hey.
Looks like we're just one step from revealing the truth.
So that's how it works.
This is it. This is while I spent my time waiting for Grandpa to return from his voyage. Here, I learned how to repair clockworking gears. Out of my fondness of precision mechanics, I was born and raised here.
So, this building in the dream bubble is your childhood home?
Yes, this dream bubble.
Wait.
Marge.
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we...
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the Astral Express. His experience shows that neither Firefly nor Acheron can see this Clocky. And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside of the crew had ever talked with Clocky. A mimetic life that can...
But Misha can see Clocky too, right?
That's the key to the mystery, Mark. Have you ever seen anyone outside of the crew interact...
Wait.
That's the answer, March 7th. This dream bubble is the place where I was born. I should have stayed here and waited for you.
So it's not that the Watchmaker's dream bubble is empty, and the whistle you heard.
That's one way to see it. How about we start with your name?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. I was born on Lushaka, in the Presmere system. Mikhail Char Legwork. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So...
Unfortunately, that legendary figure is no more. As for the child who has been with you, he's the innocent protagonist of Misha's childhood dream. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblazer.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his task. I apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Because he was born with a desire to trailblaze, wasn't he? I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. The one who brought our unconscious friend here must have been Misha.
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. But in the end, you found it. If I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. I left my homeland as a child and embarked on the journey of Trailblaze. I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. So, if you ask what's left within this worn-out train engine that can be called a legacy, now that you're well aware of the current situation of Penacony, I certainly hope that you'll help me get this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of Trailblaze, all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, and my hat too. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door and enter the long dream of an old man. I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
All right, everyone, although I don't think anyone will have any objections.
Of course.
In that case, then let's proceed together to the end of this dream.
Mikhail, where are you going?
Someone has to step up and save Lushaka.
Please don't go.
Even without me, you know how to proceed forward, brave Captain Misha. Now go!
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean the floor in the parlor car.
Wait, first tell me.
Yeah.
I know what it looked like before.
Well, it's the hands, miss.
I see. You'll work with me from now on.
But I only know how to fix watches.
Don't worry. You've got what it takes.
Where are you going, legwork?
I see. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory, and still have a long way to go. Don't worry. Not all journeys lead to the stars. This is...
When he departed, he said he would leave it to his best student. Farewell, legwork.
Don't worry, Micah. Someone has to be at the forefront of the interstellar frontier.
Because you're all we have!
But what will happen to Penacony if we don't find a way out? Tiernan. We Nameless won't stop. If I don't come back in one piece, then you'll become the next watchmaker.
Where are you going?
Oh,
You answer my question.
relax, Gallagher.
Oh, come on. If you die too, the secret of the Stellaron...
Yes, we'll organize a festival using the Watchmaker's legacy as a facade.
So...
Desperate, make sure to send an invitation to the Astral Express.
Misha!
Oh, last night I had a long dream about the day we met.
Write it down?
Oh, so I won't forget it.
Of course! You told me that when you were a kid, you lived in a room full of clocks.
Yes, but what I didn't mention was I was a kid, and there was always a special pocket watch in my memory. I wanted to have a pocket watch like that too.
Yeah. Every night, we boarded the compass and set sail together.
But you know what? It wasn't until it was a compass. So your name should have been Compassy and the Watchmaker.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else. I've traveled far enough, and it's time for a little break.
Oh.
No, I'll stay here. And then, this is where it ends.
This is... where it ends? You told me.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your next destination.
My next destination? What, Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down, we can just do what we usually do.
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go. That happens in this dreamscape and beyond. But don't worry, whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad, all they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the Trailblaze. Clocky's hands spin around non-stop, indicating confusion, frustration, and weakness. But ultimately, people still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore and venturing even further.
The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to Order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or perhaps the bond between you is so strong?
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen Eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake, let's draw a conclusion there. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird.
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy. I sensed a strong conviction and a desire for dominance in him. That's why he'll give it his all in the upcoming battle.
Yeah, you're right. We've even dealt with a Lord Ravager of the Destruction.
Anyway, we can't leave the Stellaron unchecked, now that we've taken up the mantle.
However, the same applies to the Order, a desire to dream. They've harnessed the will of an entire planet to create an Eon.
What do you mean?
I believe Firefly is trying to say that she's heading off to another battle.
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring unforgettable rewards, because one of the lines said,
3 times? This can't be serious.
The first time was a painful death when I was stabbed by the Blade of Dormancy. So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure a future for Penacony.
The true.
We must do everything we can to prevent that.
Have you?
Yes.
Thank you again for your assistance for the Astral Express.
Yeah. Farewell, everyone. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me. Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history, and the Everflame Mansion will take its place. That's your next stop.
Land of the dreams.
I hope you find whatever you seek there.
You mean?
Silverwolf told me about it.
Well, I want to live. I'm never afraid of death. People die. And I am no exception. We have to choose where we want to rest forever.
Do you exist just to perish?
Are you not the same? blade. If I were to die now, I would only be a weapon, though its definition escapes me. Isn't this the answer that ordinary people look for their whole lives? The tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, "It will bear the name Firefly."
That's quite unexpected, old man. I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Yeah. Not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings is... But in the end, we managed to do it. And now we can find solace. Well, I don't know if they really meant it. Then I'll be joining you soon, you old fool. Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, here's to you. To the imperfect.
It's a shame these berries don't have much flavor.
Seriously? It becomes extremely spicy. Have you?
Before coming here, I stopped by a place called Orkron. The flavor wasn't exactly sweet, but it left a lasting impression. Don't worry about it.
Well, congratulations on adding another footnote to your journey. By the way...
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She became stagnant water.
Well...
Condolences.
That's proof that you're grieving for her.
Or...
afraid.
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. I fear that those vivid red memories will fade away too.
Hard to imagine.
Because I have experienced this warmth many times. As long as this red color still lingers, I have a chance to fulfill that promise. In the end, it will lead me beyond the horizon of existence.
But you're right about one thing.
When will this rain?
Perhaps when the sorrows of the departed have finally quieted down.
Have you heard of a planet named Biari Scamandros, Don Hung, half an amber era ago?
Do you think the same thing will happen on Penacony?
Yes.
Because of the nihility, I'm rarely affected by the power of other paths.
I would disagree. If the family messes with Penacony, that would be like declaring war on almost half of the factions in the cosmos.
No.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is impure.
Do you remember the ancient swarm disaster? 2 paths lost their eons in that war. The propagation and the order.
Shipe, the harmony.
Holy forgaroni.
But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in...
I can't say for sure.
Holy whoa. Dude, this is getting way too complicated.
The Charmony Festival will start soon.
I have another plan.
Hold on.
Exactly.
Think it over carefully.
I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are...
Are you the only one here, my child? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And IPC starships are gathering towards Astana. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the chosen one who harmonizes the varied sound?
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you.
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival. In our plan.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a betrayal, well, there can't be 2 suns in the sky.
Do you believe in karma?
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you, Mr. Gopherwood.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than expected.
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. You're still as clever as you were when you were a child. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony and reveal your karma.
I have one final question. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
It's for justice, Mike. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the Harmony did.
So, it's not you.
Well, that's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,336 souls of the Oak family.
I shall ascend. Bathed in my light, my people shall flourish, while all evil shall be eradicated.
This is the interior of the Penacony Grand Theater.
It's quite exhilarating to be flushed into the air by Soulglad.
And not only that, the entire theater is eerily quiet. Even if we're late, a grand theater like this shouldn't be completely empty. Let's explore around.
The atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent?
Looks good.
Are these puppets part of the stage setup?
Something feels off.
There's no other grand theater in the dreamscape.
So Sunday's messing with us?
My apologies for the delay. March 7th. I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, history is a mirror reflecting the universe's true essence within it. Let us commence with the dawning of the world. After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day. They gathered nebulae and forged them into picks, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys and the sun rose. Strike the black keys and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That marked the second day.
Looks good.
Is that all?
Puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter? Where are we?
The atmosphere here. This act is named Ode to Prisoner.
I thought things were finally looking up as I managed to dodge prison during my recent trailblazing expedition.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash with my esteemed guests from afar. Therefore,
looks good.
I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with... Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison. Is that all? In 2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanunu ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence.
Looks good.
We've shattered the cages.
It's true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation.
Here, honorable travelers. However,
The 3 nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison.
Looks good. Is that all? No match for me.